அனிதா மேம் சொல்லுங்க அனிதா மேம். மேம் நான் ஒன்றும் ரெடி பண்ணல மேம். இப்போ சிட்டிசன் கன்சியூமர் கிளப் இது இருக்கு போயிட்டு இருக்குல்ல மேம், அதில் இருக்கேன் நான். வீட்டுக்கு போய் தான் ரெடி பண்ணுவேன். ஆ ஆ நான் இன்னும் ரெடி பண்ணல மேம். எனக்கு பழசு ஏஎன்பி அமிச்சது இருக்கு, நான் வேணா அது ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணி விட்றேன் உங்களுக்கு. மோகனா. ஆம். ஆமா ஆமா, மோகன சுஜனாவுடைய ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இயருக்கு இருக்கு எங்கிட்ட மேம். மற்றவங்களோட இது இருக்கு, நான் உங்களுக்கு வேணா அனுப்பி விடுறேன். நான் மற்றவங்களோட இது இருக்கு, நான் உங்களுக்கு அனுப்புறேன். நான் இப்போ உங்களுக்கு ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்றேன் பாருங்க. First, Sumanna Narayana will be speaking. One second. No. One second. First, Akansha Tiwadi will be speaking. Okay. Then Sumana Narayana will be speaking. Okay. You can join now, dear. You can join now.
Hi, Padma.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Professor Nagalata, madam?
Yeah, namaste, sir.
Namaste, madam. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Completely.
Yeah. I will just check sharing the screen for the presentation to see how it is working. Post disabled participant screen sharing. Okay.
Once again, I will make you as a co-host.
Yes, madam, please.
I
And
did, sir. I did.
Akanksha is also there. She's one of the presenter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making madam also co-host.
Hi, Akanksha.
Hi, Vamsi. Hello.
Hello, madam. Namaste. This is Naglata from Kanaka Parameshwari College.
Hi, Naglata ji.
Namaste, ji.
Namaste.
Vamsi, sir, the poll is ready. When you ask me to launch, I will do it.
Yeah. I think Akanksha will let us know, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sharing the screen and see if it is working. Okay. Yeah. Is it working?
Sir. Yeah, sir. We can see. We can see.
You're using the PDF version.
Yes, I have the PDF version, Padma.
Hi, Padma.
Hi.
Padma, madam, will you tell me when we can go with the YouTube live?
Yes, you can. As soon as the meeting starts at 5:30, when we have your all students, when everyone is joined,
yeah,
you can just go live, and then we can start immediately.
Sure, madam.
What I will do is, as soon as you go live, I will copy that link, YouTube link, post it on our social media channels, and I will also share it with CYL.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, I'm ready with everything. Yeah. And see whether just guide me whether I'm doing as per the thing.
Yes, I think everything seems on track.
Sumana madam is there. I think she just now is going to join.
Yeah.
I'll make her as also co-host.
That will be helpful.
Yeah. Hi, Sumana.
Yeah. Okay, I made madam also as a co-host. Okay. So we can start admitting the students now. Probably they will be joining by 5:30.
Yeah, I think we can start from 20 or 22 something, admitting them. So in between we can check whatever the things we have.
Sir, I think it's possible if I show the polling to you. Like you can check. I have prepared already. I have been typed all the questions in that.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it possible that you can see? I share my screen first.
Yeah, we can't see at the moment.
Okay. Can you see this, sir?
I can see the screen now.
Yeah. It is there. The questions. What is it over today? It's a multiple choice in the same way. Yeah. Is that right? The questions, whatever you asked.
Yes. Are they have been put in the polls in the Zoom account, madam?
Yeah, it is there. It is right now is there.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll just stop sharing. If you ask me to launch, absolutely, I'm ready to launch. Okay.
Okay. The polls, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just minimize it. Yeah.
Hi, Sumana. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Akanksha, just a quick suggestion. In case if for whatever reason somebody raises concern that voice is breaking, you can switch off the video and try, because then it takes less data.
Yeah, right.
Just try that if
Okay.
the voice is breaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vamsi, I think I'm going to switch computers. I forgot that this laptop doesn't, the video doesn't connect on Zoom for some reason.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, do you want to pause recording so that all this is not recorded?
I think we can cut it now.
You can. I mean,
Yeah.
whichever. Okay, I'm just going to quit and rejoin in a different computer.
Sure. Nagalata madam, who is the one giving the intro?
Our name is Karishma, our
Karishma.
PG student. Yeah.
She is here, right?
Yeah.
Karishma. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Karishma.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. We will start exactly at 3 o'clock. Okay.
It is 5 o'clock. 5:30, sir.
Yeah. Sorry. We start at 5:30. We have 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Vamsi, sir.
Yes, madam.
Actually, you can also admit the students, sir, if possible, if
Yes,
when I fails to do.
I am doing that as well.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Padma ma'am, can I go for live?
Just wait for a minute more. 5:30 sharp will go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, madam. I can.
Okay. Ma'am, we can go live on YouTube.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm working on it. 2 more minutes.
Yes.
Shall I make it as public?
Yes, please, public.
It's public.
Yes.
Yeah, it's transforming. Yeah, start now.
Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. So, hello and welcome to everyone present here. A very pleased to welcome all of you today for the seminar on UN 75 Dialogues on SDGs Sustainable Lifestyle. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here today with us. UN 75 India Initiative Year Consultation on Sustainable Lifestyle organized by Sri Kanika Parmeshwari Arts and Science College for Women in association with Citizen Consumer and Civil Action. Today we are privileged to have an opportunity to listen our chief guest on behalf of all gathered here. I welcome to this evening. Now I would like to call upon Dr. A.S. Naglata, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce Staff, Ordination of Citizen Consumer Club to address this event.
Thank you, dear Karishma, for giving this intro. This is Dr. A.S. Naglata, Citizen Consumer Club Staff Coordinator of Sri Kanika Parameshwari College. We are very happy to invite everyone for this sensible and very important aspects of sustainable lifestyle. So this pandemic event has taught everyone how to survive in this pandemic event. I invite our all speakers, eminent personality, Aksha Tiwari Narayanan, for this evening to give a very good, inspiring thoughts to our students in sustainable lifestyle. On behalf of Kanika Parameshwari Devasthanam and Charity, Principal, Vice Principal, and faculty of a college, I invite everyone for this webinar. Thank you. Over to Karishma.
It is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our chief guest this evening. Our first dignitary is the chief guest of the event today. I would like to give a short introduction of our chief guest. Our first chief guest is Akansha Tiwari. Akansha Tiwari works as a researcher with the Environment and Climate Action team at CAG. Her current work is focused on analyzing the water consumption in coal power plants and the process and impact of decommissioning old unit of coal power plant in India. Previously, she has worked as summer research fellow at ICMR, National Institute of Malaria Research in New Delhi, as research intern at National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management in Hyderabad, and as an industrial trainee in effluent treatment plant of Carlsberg India Private Limited in Alwar city, Rajasthan. She has an MSc in Environmental Science, Environmental Technology from Institute of Environment and Sustainable Development in Banaras Hindu University. Akansha is a scholar under the Innovation in Science Pursuit for Inspired Research Scholarship for Higher Education. Now I'll give a short introduction of our next chief guest, Sumanna Narayanan. Sumanna Narayan worked as a senior researcher with the Road Safety Advocacy Project at CAG. Prior to CAG, Sumanna worked with the International Collective in Support of Fish Workers (ICSF) in Chennai, where she was involved with research and advocacy on small-scale fisheries. In the marine and island sector, she has reached fisheries and aquaculture with a particular focus on freshwater fisheries as well as molecular phylogenetics of fungi. She has worked with Down to Earth magazine, where she analyzed and reported on a range of issues including energy, climate change, coastal development, fisheries, waste management, conservation, and ecology. She holds a master's degree in ecology from Pondicherry University. So I would like to call Akansha Tiwari to deliver a speech.
Thank you so much, Karishma. Good evening, everyone. Today, we are at an inflection point. COVID-19, the climate crisis, and degradation of our ecosystem have forced us to rethink normal and created a new world of possibilities. That's why me and my colleague Sumana are here to speak about sustainable lifestyle, a need of the hour. Next one, please. I take this opportunity to introduce our organization, Citizen Consumer and Civic Action Group, which is a non-political NGO that works towards promoting good governance processes, including transparency, accountability, and participatory decision-making. Next. Now, before I begin this presentation, I want to highlight a truth. This truth is about health, and it is more about lifestyle. The truth is that our ancestors were healthier than us, and they had a better immune system. This is COVID time, so I hope everyone is well aware of the benefits of good immune system. You will be surprised to know why and how. Well, it is because they had eaten a good diversity of food. It was definitely not junk food, guys. Millets, rice, and all those real things. Okay, apart from that, the air, water, and land were not that much polluted because they had lived a simple life, minimalist kind of lifestyle. They used bicycles or they just walk for short distances and used public transportation like bus and train for long distance travel. But very few people in our generation do that. Let us come to the presentation now. Good food, fresh air, more water availability, and better health. Why have they become a thing of past? Why do only our ancestors used to live a healthy life and not us? The reason for it is a gap in lifestyles. As I have pointed out previously, we eat junk. We are dependent on cars and bikes. We have completely made ourselves addicted to the unsustainable lifestyles, which is a very, very bad idea. A sustainable lifestyle is the only way that we will be able to live a healthy life in a healthy environment. Okay, I've talked a lot about health because I'm sure people have become more conscious about their health after COVID. Next one. Let us first understand what is sustainable, what is a lifestyle, and what is a lifestyle. It is very important to decode them both separately, and then we will dive deeper into the topic. So we all are using natural resources like groundwater, river water, soil, fossil fuels as petrol or diesel in our vehicles, or coal for energy, etc. And some of the resources are renewable because they are unlimited, such as solar power. However, things like groundwater and fossil fuels are available in limited quantity, and once they are gone, we cannot get them back from nature. Unfortunately, we are completely dependent on such limited resources for our everyday needs. So for these resources to be available for a long period of time, which is called sustainable, we have to reduce the consumption of such resources as well as go for alternatives, which is possible only after changing the way we are currently living. That means our high consumption lifestyles, we have to change that. Next one. Well, there are no restrictions for age and gender. Anyone can adopt the methods of sustainable living. Now, allow me to let you know two important things, why and how. Next. But before answering these two questions, I will show you a 7-minute video. This quick entertainment in between this presentation will make it easier for you to understand my points. So let all this information process through your brains. Vamsi, can you please play that video? We can't hear anything. Vamsi?
You can see it, Akanksha?
I can see it, but I can't hear anything.
Okay. Now?
Earth,
Okay.
the planet of life, home to 8.7 million known species, is under threat.
It's working very well, by the way. Just want to tell you, because here I can see Kanika Parmeshwari's YouTube channel.
Okay.
That is coming very nicely, and the
Time.
video is running parallel.
Let us know.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't see any problem.
In
As long as you're able to
order to understand global warming, we first need to
Okay.
cover the
Okay. Okay.
basics.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. I got it. Thank you.
Relationship with carbon since long before the first forms of life was formed.
Sure. Sure, madam. Thank you.
Now gas enters the atmosphere from the green plant matter, living organisms, and the surface of the sea, and they leave the atmosphere when they are used by plants, absorb
Vamsi?
Now, the real issue started around 200 years ago with the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. That carbon dioxide that had been stored in sediments began being harvested as fossil fuels, powering factories, cars, and other vehicles, for example. The burning of these fossil fuels has resulted in a higher accumulation of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Deforestation by human activity and urban development have also decreased the planet's ability to absorb some of that carbon dioxide, leading to higher temperatures. This in turn causes polar ice caps to melt and sea levels to rise, threatening coastal populations with potential flooding, not to mention the loss of many species and habitats. Weather extremes are starting to be felt around the world. In a study published by the journal Nature, scientists have predicted that by the year 2050, between 15 and 37% of the world's species could become extinct. With such a sad reality just around the corner, it's time for us to rise to the challenge. The answer to this threat of global warming is sustainability. In urban, crowded, and fast-developing metropolis, such as Toronto, Canada, need to live a more sustainable lifestyle, and decrease the environmental impact of human activity is imperative. It will be the present actions and measures taken by these alpha cities, these hubs of global social network, that will dictate the future of our planet. Many of the great minds of our time have suggested that we stand on the brink of a technological revolution. Urban cities, like Toronto, must take advantage of these fast-developing technologies and apply them in a sustainable manner known as green living, based on low carbon emission, resource efficiency, and social action-taking strategies. Many of the threats imposed by climate change can be dealt by increasing the amount of biodiversity by planting trees, restoring habitats, increasing green spaces in urban cities, and letting nature come alive. Energy-efficient buildings and vehicles also promote innovation, boost economy, and provide long-term energy security. The possibilities of having billions of people from across the globe connected to each other are endless, including increasing awareness towards a more sustainable planet. Changing some of our small daily practices can have major impacts on the environment. 1. Think green. Be a leader. Think outside the box and inspire others in your community. 2. Bring your own reusable coffee mug in the morning. Many coffee shops offer discounts to people that bring their own mugs. 3. Help reduce the amount of carbon dioxide and other harmful gases by taking public transit, biking or walking to your destination. 4. Collaborate with others. Share and exchange products such as tools, equipment, and clothing. 5. Purchase local products such as your groceries. You are not only supporting the local farmers in your community, but also making healthier choices. Legacy showing that we can avoid issues that have been thought to be impossible to solve. It takes 7.5 billion people to save the planet. But it only takes one person to start the movement and make a change. That person could be you.
Okay, Vamsi, you can move to the presentation now. Play. Yeah. Go to the presentation, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see it?
No.
No.
Thanks. So I hope this video was interesting as well as informative for you all. Now first understand why do we need a sustainable life? Simply because our current lifestyle is developing pressure on our only living planet, that is Earth. Imagine after 5 years from now, we all will be carrying oxygen cylinders on our back. That will be the most horrible scenario, and we will be its creator. It is our consumerist way of living that is making us so. The Earth's temperature is rising. Greenery is reducing due to the expansion of urban areas and the industries. Wild animals cannot afford good food and water like human beings, so they are getting extinct due to the toxification of air, water, and soil. The situation is getting worse, and we are too slow in taking actions. We have to fasten up our efforts to conserve the environment and our natural resources, which is possible only if we live a sustainable life. Now let us know how. Increase greenery in your areas and your homes. Conserve energy. Carry your own stuff to avoid buying or eating food in plastic. Avoid wasting food and water. Use public transport. Share your old scissors, t-shirts, books, etc. with other people. Buy directly from farmers or food that grows locally. I mean, avoid buying things like avocado, which are exported, or apples that grow in extreme northern part of India. The transportation leads to too many emissions, and they are obviously not fresh. Just buy local and seasonal food items. There are many more things that you can do to become sustainable. You have to just choose the right things. This is possible only if you change your habits and your attitude. Well, if you are not healthy, your wealth is of no use, right? So next slide. Coming to this interesting question, where to begin? Home is the right place, guys. You have to do small homework. That is, you have to identify your consumption pattern to know how unsustainable your current lifestyle is. One simple thing is checking your electricity bill and your current and setting up a goal to reduce the units used in the previous billing cycle. For example, you consumed 1,000 units in your previous cycle. Make it between 500 to 600 units in the next cycle. By this, your energy requirement will go down, your savings will increase, and the best thing is you will start making your lifestyle sustainable. Next, please. Here are some facts about our energy use to help you understand why we should save energy. For each unit, we pay 2 to 6 rupees in Tamil Nadu. As per my own research, 5.1 liters of water is consumed to provide us 1 unit of electricity, which is equal to buying 5 1-liter water bottles of Bisleri of 15 rupees each. It will cost a total of 76.5 rupees for 5 liters. Since coal is the major source of energy generation in India, which causes many respiratory problems, the treatment for such diseases had cost 120 crores Indian rupees to its patients in year 2019. Further, we don't know exactly the cost of trees cut down for mining out coal and to establish power plants in Tamil Nadu. Wastewater called coal sludge that is discharged in rivers if treated in a sewage treatment plant will again add the cost. And as the government had decided to establish air filters at various locations to reduce SOx, NOx, and other toxic gases released in the atmosphere through the power plant, industries, and vehicles, we are currently not aware of the cost of air purification as of now. Why I'm telling you all this is because we are causing these problems, as we are the consumers, as we are the people who demand energy, and the government gives that to us. But its production is extremely hazardous for our environment and for our own health. Thus, a sustainable lifestyle will help you to reduce your energy needs through simple actions of your own. Next. I'm raising the curtain now from those actions that will help you in sustainable living. Here are the 3 important actions you have to take one by one. Next one. Let us move to step 1, calculating your carbon footprint. I've provided links of 8 tools or calculators through which you can know your carbon footprint. My favorite ones are Mozzie Earth and Just One Earth. You have to just go to their websites, provide the information they ask, and they will quickly let you know your carbon footprint. And you need not to calculate everything individually. After knowing your carbon footprint, you can decide where you can cut down the carbon emissions and what actions you can take to do so. Whether to reduce your air travel, buy less things, or save energy. Next one. Next is a motivation. You should read the articles on the topics that I have provided in this slide to understand and frame actions for you to reduce your carbon footprint related to energy, commute, shopping, etc. Third and last action, next one, is making a to-do list like the one you make to manage your everyday tasks. You can manage your lifestyle by adding one action every day. Here's a calendar prepared by our team during our Climate Action Month in February 2020 to promote sustainable living. You can download it from our website and you can use it too. And you can also challenge your friends to reduce their carbon footprint less than yours by keeping some scores while analyzing your progress to become sustainable during the weekends. I can bet you this will be too much fun. I have prepared a report which has all these guidelines and resources. It is yet to be published. So you can check that report at www.cag.org.in. Perhaps by the end of this month, it will be published on this website. Next. Demand for change. This is the ultimate purpose of preparing these guidelines and giving this presentation. Why should we demand for change? By now, you may have understood the reason for adopting a sustainable lifestyle, but the goal behind becoming sustainable is reduction in emissions, which will ultimately reduce the cyclones, drought, floods, heat stress, etc., which are all rising due to the rising temperature and changing climate due to our unsustainable lifestyle. The demand we can make from the government are increased solar energy and other such green alternatives and stopping the use of fossil fuels, frame policies and implement laws to regulate our emissions based on the guidelines for sustainable living like the one I've prepared, biodiversity conservation through conservation of their habitats and reducing deforestation, spreading awareness through environmental extension services, improving the health status of citizens as well as the homeless people by framing national level health policies. Next. Also, you should participate in the online challenges and activities like the ones I have suggested in this slide. There are many such platforms where you can share your journey and experience while achieving self-made goals of sustainable living and can put forward your ideas to support the young community to make a better and greener world. Now it is time to ask ourselves one simple question. What is the future we want? Next. I'm ending my presentation with this positive note. A simple life is a healthy and happy life. You can contact us for any queries through given mail ID tpp.cag.org.in. And to know more about our research works, follow CAG's Twitter handle, FB page, and Instagram page. Also, we have our Thermal Watch Twitter account on which we share articles on climate change, energy, sustainability, and environment written by eminent authors around the world. You can tag us in the photos, videos, etc. you share on your social media accounts about your own actions to make your life better and sustainable. Thank you for listening to me so passionately. Now my colleague Sumana will take it forward. Before that, there's poll questions. Naglata ji will share it.
I think so, Akanksha, after Sumana finishes, we can have the poll.
Okay, all right. Okay, jump in, Sumana.
Thanks, Akanksha. So, Akanksha has been giving you the big picture of how, why this is important, what does it mean to have a sustainable lifestyle and so on. But for most of us...
Madam, Madam, 1 minute.
Sure.
Let me introduce Madam Sumanna. Can I invite Karishma to just give a small intro?
Yes, ma'am. Sumanna Narayan. Sumanna Narayan worked as a senior researcher with the Road Safety Advocacy Project at CAG. Prior to CAG, Sumanna worked with the International Collective in support of fish workers ICSF in Chennai, where she was involved with research and advocacy on small-scale fisheries. In the marine and island sector, she has researched fisheries and aquaculture with a particular focus on freshwater fishes as well as the molecular phylogenetics of fungi. She has worked also with Down to Earth magazine, where she analyzed and reported on a range of issues including energy, climate change, coastal development, fisheries, waste management, conservation, and ecology. She holds a master's degree in ecology from Pondicherry University.
Thank you for that. So as I was saying, Akanksha has given you all a broad idea of, this what it means to have a sustainable lifestyle and why it is actually something that each of us should do. Because the world has become such a place that all of us need to step forward and do something to make it a little better for all, each other. So, but this is not always easy, what do we want? We have to think about what it means to our lives, how we're going to change ourselves. So to do that, I thought I'd share a few things that I have tried and it has worked for me. Vamsi, can I just go ahead and share my screen? Can you hear me now? I'm sorry, there's a little bit of background noise. Vamsi, can you share the PPT?
Yes, doing.
So these are things that I've been doing over some years now, and I thought you could, it might give you some ideas about what you could try in your life to be a little more sustainable, and make these changes in a. These are just small steps that each of us can take, and over time, it will definitely make a difference. Next slide, please. So one thing is, quite some years ago, I looked at how I travel daily, whether first for college and school and college, and then later when I started working, how do I travel? Do I take my two-wheeler? Do I take a car? Am I going by bus? Am I walking? So obviously, we all, live, some of us live far away from where we want to go. Some of us have convenient routes to take and so on. But it's important to look at whether we can switch from our two-wheelers and cars to public transport, to walking, to cycling. And I think Akansha has already explained how and why this is important. And if you try it, you'll find it's actually not so bad. We think, oh, kotama irko, I will never get to college on time. It's such a pain and all that. But when you try it out, you realize there are very easy ways of managing this. And there are a lot of advantages to traveling by bus or train. So today, on a daily basis, of course, before COVID, um, I take a train and then I walk and then I take a bus and then I walk a little bit more to reach office every day and do the same coming back. And this, as I get to meet a lot of interesting people on the bus and train. You never know who you meet, who are very different from you, who lead a very different life. So you learn a lot of useful things from them, perhaps, or you just have a nice conversation and have a bus friend or a train friend who you see almost every day because you travel the same route at the same time most days, and you say hello, how are you, and all of that. So that is one nice thing that I found about traveling by public transport. You get to meet other people. The other thing is it gives you time. I found that I can read a book. I can take a nap if I want, if I'm very tired. I can do some, writing or listening to music or whatever. That you can actually use that time for something useful instead of getting stressed by the traffic and how everybody is driving badly and all of that tension which we have to come home and unload on our family. Instead, if you take public transport, you're avoiding all of these issues. So that was one of the things for me that I found that if I change the way I travel, it made such a big difference personally also. And it's not very difficult because you do have websites and things which will give you the information you need. So if you're living in Chennai, there are websites which will give you bus routes and frequencies, train routes, train timings. So all of that is available. Just a little bit of research and you'll be able to find it, and then you can use it very easily. The second point is that I've tried to do for myself is to see how much, Akansha spoke about how much electricity we all use up. There are simple things to do, even if you don't have time to do major analysis of how you consume power. Simple things: reduce the number of days you run your AC, open your windows so you have natural light instead of turning on the tube light for every, even during the daytime. Or when you leave a room, switch off your fan, switch off the light if nobody is going to be there for more than 2-3 minutes. Then, sometimes at home, especially now that we are all stuck at home, your parents are in one room doing something, you're in one room doing something, your sister is in another room doing something else, which you can all do in the same room and enjoy each other's company at the same time, right? So if that is possible, then you're also saving electricity and you're spending some nice time with your family. So it's just a small change that you can easily make, and it can have a really good impact on the environment and on being sustainable as well. Next slide. Then this is another very major issue that we're having. We see garbage everywhere nowadays in our cities. And if you look at where our garbage goes, we just dump it in the lake. So the ஏரிகள்ல போய் they just put the garbage and it is um, destroying the water that we are drinking, because we are drinking that same water. It goes into the ground and then we are taking it out and drinking it. So we're actually drinking our own garbage. This is terrible. So basically, the best, simplest and easiest thing to do is to separate our waste and compost it. There's a lot of resources on the internet. You can also contact us. CAG always helps out people with these kind of things. There are also other people in different parts of the country and the world who do this. So this is something that I set up at home a couple of years ago with just some paint cans which were lying in the building and a small plastic basin, and I now compost my garbage. So that's most of my waste doesn't go into the dustbin at the end of the road, and all the plastics and all get recycled. So this is actually fairly simple. You just have to start it, and then it takes 5 minutes every day for me to do this. And the big bonus is, from the compost, I'm now having a kitchen garden. So those are all plants which I put together. 3 weeks ago, I planted some seeds and they're all growing crazily. I have beans, I have aloe, I have karpuravalli, which is a medicinal plant. I have mint. So I have 6-7 plants growing there, and I'm trying to get some more pots and grow some more things. So, you have an added bonus. You can use the compost for your plants, and you have some nice, herbs and things that you can use for cooking, and they're nice to see. So, these are all great things, simple things that you can easily do, and they bring a lot of joy and, enjoyment to your life. And you're doing this very sustainable thing, which is really nice. Next slide. And finally, on the Kalatla, your party tata would have said, we didn't use this. We always kept things and kept using them for many years. In the Pudu Pudusa, all these throwaway things that you guys are having, we never had all that. Nangla and the Kalatla pencil, slate. So now we are all discovering that actually all those habits are really, really good, and they're extremely sustainable. So one of the things that you could easily do is to switch to fountain pens from ballpoint pens, which are use and throw. So that's a lot of plastic that we are throwing away, especially because as students, you'll be writing a lot, you'll be needing to take your notes and so on. You'll be going through a lot of plastic pens every year. So instead, you could switch to pencils and fountain pens, far more sustainable and so much better. Similarly, with instead of using sanitary napkins and tampons, an option is menstrual cups and these cloth napkins. So cloth napkins are nothing but what our grandmothers used to use in the old days, where they just use tuni for this, right? And this is now made a big comeback. You can make your own, you can buy them, whatever. But the point is, there are far more sustainable and better option, because your napkins, sanitary napkins, have a lot of plastic, and they're thrown again into that same dump and go into the same water bodies and pollute our environment. So it's a really, really bad option to go with those. That's a great option. And then this final one of the quilt and that elephant is just something that I do. This may not be something that you may want to do or have a sewing machine or other things to do, but it's just wanted to give you an example of the variety of things you could actually do if you want. And you might, it might be a nice skill that you learn, or something that you explore, that you find that you enjoy doing, a new thing that you've added to your skill set. So I make quilts, and all of these quilts and even that little elephant is all leftover cloth. From clothes that I stitch, or bed sheets, old bed sheets, old towels, old curtain material, podava, pare veshti, idellame I make into these kind of things. And these are great gifts. People love it. It's really nice. They appreciate all the personal handwork that you do. So these are just different ways that you can some might be simple and easy for you to do, some may not be so simple, but you can start with whatever's convenient and easy for you. So என்னன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அந்த முதல் ஸ்டெப் எடுத்து ட்ரை பண்ணணும். ஏதானும் புதுசா இது கொஞ்சம் வித்தியாசமா பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்ட்டு you have to take that first step. Next slide.
Sorry for disturbing the last 1 minute.
Yeah. And then there are small things you can do. You can, so what I do is in the naphthalene ball, moth ball, so that the poochila varama. Those are all chemical things. So what I've been doing is in the வேப்பிலை you dry it in the sun and put it in these little pouches or something and keep it among your clothes, and it works just beautifully. It just, you don't need to buy those naphthalene balls. So the plastic micha plus on the chemical item you don't have to use. Adu thavara you can do very simple things of maintain all your things, your phone, your laptop, your clothes, your books, your shoes. Maintain them well so that they last longer, so that you don't have to every 2-3 years adu pudusa vaangama, we can keep it for longer and use it for longer. So you reduce the amount of waste you are generating. And finally, இப்போ for your skin and things, if you're buying products, you can consider just getting like turmeric powder from the நாட்டு மருந்து கடையிலலாம் விற்பாங்க. So what I do is I buy the manjal powder from him, and then I grind வேப்பிலை at home and I mix the two and I use it for my skin. So you could try things like that. This is what all these fancy products say that they have, which you can do yourself. Okay, and like Akansha said, always வெளியில போகும்போது நம்ம எப்போதுமே வாலெட் ஃபோன் மறக்காம எடுத்துட்டு போறோம். அதோட ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா காலி பையும் ஒரு வாட்டர் பாட்டில் வித் வாட்டர் அண்ட் ஒரு ஹேங்கி, ஜஸ்ட் பிகாஸ் நம்ம ஊர்ல இந்த வெயில்ல இந்த ஸ்வெட்டிங்னால we need to take care of ourselves. If you always carry those, you are avoiding buying water, you are avoiding shopping plastic bags, and you are avoiding napkins and wet wipes, and a cap, of course, just because if you live in Chennai, it's very hot. Next one. So these are just some examples. There are lots more things you can do. You can choose ஏதோ உங்களுக்கு முடியும்னா அதை you can try and take these steps to make your lifestyle a little bit more sustainable. Thank you.
So that was a valuable information given by our chief guest, and surely will apply in our life style. So thank you so much, ma'am, for giving this valuable information. It's very helpful for us. Thank you. Next, I would like to call Naglata ma'am for poll launching.
So everyone, you can see the questions on your screen. Please select like what is Earth Overshoot Day. Everyone, please try to answer. Please participate in the poll so that we can have a healthy discussion after this. So we'll have the poll for under 1 minute. Everyone, please try to answer. And after this, Akanksha will take us through the questions and the answers, explaining The time is up. I'm ending the poll. Akanksha? Yes.
Yeah.
You can take through the result, check the results and take through the discussion. Yeah.
Thanks, Vamsi. The correct answer for question 1 is option B. The point, this Earth Overshoot Day is the point where scientists say we have used all the ecological resources the planet can produce in 12 months. So option B is the correct option. For question number 2, on which date Earth Overshoot Day occurred this year, but it is 22nd August 2020, and most of you have given right answer for question number 2. Question number 3, the organization that carries out the calculation for Earth Overshoot Day is a Global Footprint Network. This is also given, you have given right answer. Okay. Question number 4 is about how many Earths do we need to sustainably support humanity? Support humanity as per our rate of resource consumption in 2020. So we will need 1.6 Earths, which is also given. Most of you have given a right answer for this question as well. And the last question is, can we regulate our exceeding demand compared to available resources? How we can regulate it? So both A and B are correct, and most of you have given the right answer for this question as well. Okay.
Okay. I think we can open the session for question and answer. So I would like ask all the participants to have some questions or any suggestions as well, like which you're already following. You can also share that with your fellow students. So the floor is open for questions.
Kindly type your questions in the chat board.
Or you can also unmute yourself and ask. That is also fine, madam. Kindly please ask questions.
Subbalakshmi is raising her hand.
Yes, Ms. Subbalakshmi, please go ahead and ask or type. You can unmute yourself and ask. Ms. Subbalakshmi, can you type or unmute yourself and ask the question, please? Or Bharat Vishnu can also ask. Unmute yourself and ask the question, please. Sumana, by the time they ask some questions, do you want to share some more examples for them?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, actually, first I'd like to ask, I don't know who would like to reply though. முக்காவாசி உங்க காலேஜ்ல நீங்க டூ வீலர்ல வரீங்களா இல்ல பஸ் ட்ரெயின் அந்த மாதிரி வராங்களா பசங்க? Maybe ma'am can share if so if ஏன் கேக்குறேன்னா if உங்க காலேஜ் பக்கத்துல if there is train or bus route then you know you can see அது வந்து உங்க வீட்டு போறதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு சௌரியமா இருக்கான்னு. So if you're interested to switch to bus or train, if you're not already taking bus or train, சென்னையில வந்து உங்களுக்கு பஸ் ரூட் பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னா if you want the information, ஒன்று வந்து மெட்ரோ கம்யூட் அப்படின்ட்டு ஒரு வெப்சைட் இருக்கு. அதுதான் நான் யூஸ்வலா யூஸ் பண்ணுவேன். அது சர்ச் பண்ணாலே உங்களுக்கு கூகுள் பண்ணாலே உங்களுக்கு வரும். அதுல வந்து முக்கால்சி அவங்க ரூட்டும் வந்து மேப்லயே காமிப்பாங்க. ஸோ யூ கேன் ஈஸிலி see and see if it's convenient for you wherever you're going. And also frequency அது மாதிரிலாம் கூட சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ தெரியும் அந்த பஸ் வந்து half an hourக்கு ஒரு தடவை வருமா இல்லை 10 நிமிஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை வருமானு, so that you can plan accordingly and take that bus if you need to. So that's a useful resource that I have found, which I use regularly. Another thing I thought I meant to share earlier, வந்து எப்போதுமே வந்து it's best to avoid the generating some குப்பை. So instead of நம்ம வந்து குப்பையை கிரியேட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை வச்சு நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்ட்டு தேடுறதுக்கு பதிலா if we can not create the kuppe in the first place, that is better. So one thing that I try to do is இப்போ வந்து கடைக்கு போகும்போது I try to see அவங்க வந்து பாக்கெட்ல விற்காம லூஸ்ல விற்பாங்களா. So then it's easier. If the quality is good, then I can just buy that and take some bottle or some container and adla vandu fill பண்ணிட்டு வாங்கிட்டு வருது. So அந்த plastic வந்து I can avoid. So
Sir, shall we go for end note?
Yeah, if nobody else has questions, no questions, then we can. Vamsi?
Yes, I think we can proceed.
Thank you, everyone. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. First of all, I thank our Almighty Goddess Vasavamba for blessing with wonderful day. I thank our eminent speakers, Akansha Tiwari, a researcher with Environment and Climate Action Team at CAG. My heartfelt gratitude to Madam Sumana Narayanan, a senior researcher, CAG, for throwing a light on sustainable life and what we practice in the ancient, and now they fail to practice now. So I wish all the people to be a very tradition, old is always good. I thank from the bottom of the heart to our management, Sri Kanaka Parameshwari Devasthanam and Charities, Principal and Vice Principal Madams, for setting us free to organize such needy webinar with full support. I thank Vamsi Sankar, a senior researcher, urban governance from CAG, for making this webinar as a great success. From the day one, he was trying hard to make this event better and better. I thank Madam Padma for her technical support and Pavitra from the CAG for the wonderful support and guidance. I thank my student Karishma for supporting me for this webinar. I thank all the participants for giving their presence and taking some inputs from this webinar. Thank you everyone for taking part.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Nagalata Madam, for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nagalata ji, Karishma, and everyone.
Thank you, everyone.